Hello everybody. Gonna do today's energy. I've been feeling kind of down in the dumps lately because of everything that's going on in the world, particularly when it comes to COVID. So I'm hoping that this reading is going to be more of a guidance reading. I'm just going to use my Rider-Waite deck for this reading and exclude my Lenormand. So, sorry about that, I had to fix my camera. Bottom of the deck, Four of Wands. So I feel like what this is saying is like, yes, we are stuck at home, but the God Spirit is being encouraged to encouraging us to make the best of it, get along, do all that you can do in order to have peace within your home setting. So I'm just going to shuffle a bit and get started. So I'm wondering how you guys are doing out there. Leave a comment and tell me how you guys are doing, how you're coping with everything that's going on in the world right now. Five of Swords, Ten of Wands. Definitely both people in the divine connection are stressed out to the max, which I can totally relate to because I am stressed. This just fell out. Ten of Pentacles. I feel like this card is saying, don't give up. Everything is going to be okay. For his divine couples, this is your future. Like I was saying before that card fell out, the other day I was just like, hanging around the house, and then all of a sudden I just burst into tears for no reason. And I know that's because it's just like pressure, you know what I mean, all the time. It's like it's hard to withstand constant amounts of stress without having moments of, shakiness. So I imagine that if I feel that way, there must be others feeling that way. So I'm hoping this reading will be able to provide some encouragement from God's Spirit so we can feel better and push forward. Hanged Man. So I feel like this is how divine masculine and divine feminine are feeling in some capacity, feeling stuck in their life, feeling directionless, not knowing where to go. But I feel like this is happening. This light around his head is like, I feel like there's some revelations that are happening. So I feel like God's Spirit is saying, yes, you're stuck. You can't really make moves, but it's a time of reflection, illumination, a time to expand your mind, rest your mind, get things straight in your mind. It's like, yes, physically you can't move, but mentally, your mind can be active. So I feel like it's just like God's Spirit is saying, like, renew your mind, fix your mind. Queen of Pentacles, I feel like it's divine feminine. This may be a feeling that she is feeling stronger than divine masculine, which I can relate to. I feel a bit stuck in my life, especially when it comes to money. I have a wonderful job, everything is fine, but I do feel a little stagnant, like no growth. Other divine feminines, if you feel like that, please let me know in the comment section. And I feel like this too is also happening to me. My mind, very active. I've had a couple breakthroughs in this quarantine isolation period about my life, about things that have happened in the past. So yeah, I feel like this reading is for you guys and for me so far. Oh. The Empress. I mean, yeah, the Empress. So this could be some divine feminines who are mothers are feeling a bit stuck when it comes to their ability to parent, maybe feeling some stress related to that. Maybe having some financial issues that are impeding their ability to parent properly. This also could be divine feminine and the karmic, both being in the same boat, which is that they both feel stuck, but there is a lot of thinking that's going on. So feminine energy, feeling stuck. The moon. So I feel like this is like representative of fear, not knowing what's going to happen, not knowing when this feeling of uncertainty is going to be relieved, not knowing where money is going to come from, not knowing if, one is going to be able to survive this period of time. This is like, just represents to me uncertainty, being stuck and feeling uncertain. Two major arcanas, also feminine energy. I feel like this card it's like our creativity. Feminine energy feels like her creativity is being stifled, and it's like if you can't create, which I feel like is a divine gift and ability, it's like life is over. You know what I mean? Like, you can't create and you can't build and you can't move forward, you're just stagnant. And, death is imminent. This is a positive card, Wheel of Fortune. So I feel like this feeling is not going to last because the Wheel of Fortune is about to turn. Something is about to change. This feeling of stagnation and fear and uncertainty is about to change. This does not make me feel very good. 5 of Cups. So I feel like things are about to change, but not, I feel like in the way we expect. But I don't feel like this is a card for everyone. Okay, now this is really coming through. These two female feminine energies being two different energies is, it's like this feminine energy is about to experience a change that is lucky, while this feminine energy, who may be a mother, is also going to experience the Wheel of Fortune turning, but is going to experience disappointment. And I also heard regret. So let's keep pulling. King of Cups. Three of Cups. 6 of Cups. Okay. Divine Masculine. Also feeling stuck. Why? I feel like because he cannot make up his mind when it comes to his feelings, who he loves. I feel like this is Divine Feminine. With Divine Feminine, he gets along with her very well. They are definitely compatible. I just heard laughter. I feel like Divine Masculine and Divine Feminine laugh a lot. But then we come here with this person. There's history here. There's children here. So it's like Divine Masculine is caught in the middle and he doesn't know which way to go. It's like, what is more important to him? Compatibility, the ability to laugh, or history, children. I feel like she may be pregnant at this time, this person that Divine Masculine's with. So Divine Masculine is trying to figure out, I feel like I just heard the most righteous route. What is the right thing to do in the eyes of God? So, moving along. 5 of Swords. Judgment. 8 of Cups. Okay, so I feel like Divine Masculine, because he doesn't know what is the correct route, how he really feels about Divine Masculine and his current partner, he stays in a state of not making a decision. I feel like he plays dumb. I heard I don't know a lot. I feel like he says I don't know a lot when he's questioned about, it's like, well, do you love me? Well, I do, but I don't. You know what I mean? Like, it's like he can't make up a final answer. And I feel like this card represents him almost fighting to remain in a state of not having to make a proper decision. But what God Spirit is saying is like, you cannot stay in this place. It's like you are holding up people's lives with your indecision, and therefore I'm going to step in and I'm going to force a final decision. This is going to be the outcome for someone. Maybe all. Someone's walking away from the situation. Someone's going to be forced to walk away. And they are going to be left with feelings of disappointment. And I feel like it's going to be this person, because I feel like this was not meant to be. It's almost like a life that was out of God's plan, and thus will have to end. But I also feel like this is also advice for these feminine energies. Divine Feminine, what are you to do during this time of quarantine while you wait for Divine Masculine to be forced into making a decision? These are the people that surround you. I feel like it's being encouraged, and I feel like this is like, could be work related, but it's like the people that surround you in your life. Build your relationships with these people. Get closer to them, love them, spend time with them in, the way that you properly can during a pandemic. So, call them on the phone or FaceTime them or whatever it is, Zoom. Spend time growing your connections, deepening them. For this person who I feel like is going to be pushed out of the equation, I feel like it's being encouraged by God's Spirit to spend time with your children, deepen your connections with them. I also feel like this woman, this card right here makes me feel like the person that she is meant to be with is someone from her past. Maybe someone that she knew when she was a child, or like in high school. Someone before him is her true love. These two cards here make me think this is the state that Divine Masculine was in when he was getting with this karmic. I also feel like she felt the same. It was like, we don't really know, we haven't really received any guidance when it comes to this relationship. But despite our better judgment or advice that we receive, we're going to move forward with this relationship. And because it goes against, God's plan, there comes a moment where God has to step in and, take control and correct. I feel like while all of this is going on, I feel like God's Spirit is supporting. I feel like these cards represent support. Like, while Divine Masculine is, going off track, getting in relationships that are not meant to be, Divine Feminine is being supported by God. I feel like this is support surrounding her, and she holds securely onto her pentacle. Her life remains stable. That being said, this to me is the outcome of situations when you get out of God's plan. feelings of disappointment, and then ultimately you have to walk away and give up on the situation. So let's keep going. Like, this honestly is who I feel sorry for in the situation, is if there's any children involved. But, you know, it is what it is. We all make mistakes. None of us are perfect. We all fall short. But luckily, God has mercy, steps in, corrects, and we move on with our lives. Okay, so let's keep pulling and see what else comes out. There was the card that was on the bottom of the deck, Four of Wands. Okay, this card with these cards makes me feel like Divine Masculine in this reading, he tries to make everyone happy. It's like cake and eat it too, but that doesn't fly. So you can't make everyone happy in this situation. Five of Wands. Knight of Pentacles. Okay, so like I mentioned, Divine Masculine doesn't know really how he feels, so he just tries to make everyone happy, but with a main focus on his life here with this one. But that doesn't fly, because as we know, it's a relationship that isn't meant to be. I feel like because Divine Masculine tries to make everyone happy, particularly his current partner, he falls in conflict with Divine Feminine. I feel like what was once a feeling of being compatible and getting along turns into conflict. I feel like Divine Masculine also doesn't really like that Divine Feminine has all these supportive people around her. I feel like it's more out of fear. Like, he fears that she's going to move on with her life and leave him behind, which could already have happened. If they're in conflict, she may have walked away. The Karmic wants to keep her life together for the children, and also for, you know, stability reasons, financial reasons, wants to keep her life intact, which honestly I understand. I don't have children myself, but I know, you know, I hear about couples staying together, you know, for their children, and also, you know, to keep the life they have built together. I know I hear the saying about it's cheaper to keep her, you know, sometimes in passing, so I get that. Page of Swords. Okay, so this to me represents like divine masculine, didn't want to make his decision, was unsure about his feelings, and thus tried to make everyone happy. But I feel like that is changing. I feel like these cards apply to every single person in this situation. It's like, doesn't know how he feels, doesn't want to budge for it, but is starting to change his mind. For divine feminine, it's like, I don't know where this relationship is going. I'm sure it's probably not going anywhere, so I've changed my mind about the whole thing and conflict erupts. For the karmic, it's like, I don't know where this is going. We have this life together. I'm going to fight for it, but I'm starting to change my mind. That being said, this card is like everyone in this situation is starting to change their mind. Divine feminine went along, but now has caused conflict in this situation. The karmic fighting for the relationship, but now has switched into focusing on money. Like, it's like, if there's gonna be problems, then I'm gonna focus on supporting my children in the future. I also feel like this divine masculine is also changing his mind from going from stuck to just wanting to have a peaceful existence and home. And I feel like the reason this shift is happening in the minds of the individuals in this reading is because God's forcing it. It's almost like God is like shifting or like convincing or like taking control of the individual's minds in this reading and forcing them to start over. So it's like, I feel like this is the feeling that God's Spirit is like enhancing. This disappointment, this feelings of disappointment with the whole situation, feeling unsatisfied by the whole situation. It's like God's Spirit is amplifying this feeling in order to force evaluation, not wanting this anymore, I'm walking away, and then into action. Okay, so I'm going to pull one more card. Eight of Swords. It's just divine masculine being stuck. Divine feminine causing conflict because she wants a relationship that is, monogamous, no other parties involved, total devotion to her. She does not want a third-party situation. She wants a two-party situation, which is why she's causing conflict. makes me feel like this one has someone in her life that is very enamored with her. I feel like this could be a person from her past who I feel like, with this card coming out, may have always loved her. So the shift that the divine has forced that I mentioned earlier, I feel like this feminine energy went from wanting to keep her family together to moving on to something new, which I feel like is this masculine energy that has been there all along. Past energy. This is a past person. And now this is her focus when it comes to divine masculine. She just wants money to support the kids because she now has someone that truly cares for her. So really, divine masculine, he's staying stuck, not making a decision who he wants, while feminine energy is like leaving him behind. Divine feminine wants nothing to do with him. She's caused conflict in the relationship. And his karmic partner or current partner has found someone else and just wants, child support, basically. Four of Pentacles. Three of Wands. Oh goodness. Ace of Swords. This to me is like everyone is going to stick with their current state of being in this situation at this time. Divine masculine is just going to stay stuck, not going to make a decision, be totally bombarded by, over analyzing every single thing about his relationships with these two feminine energies, and he's just going to stay in a fog. Divine feminine, when it comes to divine masculine, is going to stick with the conflict that she has created in the relationship because of her desire to be in a legit relationship. And the karmic is going to continue moving forward with her past person who has returned, who loves her, and is going to seek after divine masculine for support for the life or family that they have created together. So really, divine masculine in this reading is on the losing end because this has come out before. Like, he is ending up alone because he can't make up his mind. And he tries to eat his cake, have his cake and eat it too. He attempts to have multiple women in his life, can't choose one. So people people don't want that when it comes to love. They want to be. I just heard Rihanna's song. I forget what it's called. It's like, I want to be the only girl in the world or whatever. People don't want to be in third party situations usually. And when you keep them there, they rebel. And that's what I feel like is happening here. Rebellion. Divine Feminine is like, I'm not putting up with this, I'm leaving. Karmic is like, I'm not putting up with this, I'm leaving. So the people in this reading are going to stay in their current state of being. This card here, which came out with these cards, is like, to me it's like nothing is official. So like nothing is set in stone at this time. There's no final endings. It's just in progress. Excuse me. I'm not really sure why that's just come up like that. I'm gonna clarify. Like why we know they're sticking to their current state of being, but why is it coming through that it's not a final decision? Why? There's something that's not over here. What is it? Someone is not sure, and I feel like it's Divine Feminine. Divine Feminine's not sure. I feel like she still loves Divine Masculine, even though she's caused this conflict in the relationship. So these are the cards that came out, Two of Wands and the Ten of Pentacles. So, Divine Feminine's not sure. So the conflict that she has created between her and Divine Masculine is not a done deal. The Karmic, on the other hand, I want to clarify that because I want to see if she is sure about this person that from the past. Is she moving on without a shadow of a doubt? This card, Nine of Wands, makes me feel like yes. She's moving on. She's leaving him behind. She's got a new man. A new man who is sure. Not wishy-washy like Divine Masculine. Is sure about how he feels about her. Four of Swords, sorry. I feel like this card is like, with this card, is like Divine Masculine's current partner or karmic has made up her mind, and that's it. She's leaving the relationship. You know what? Like, I just got the feeling like this, to me, these cards represent the Empress, the Six of Cups, the Knight of Pentacles, and the King of Swords. I feel like these cards, to me, represent what a woman, because it's feminine energy in this case, wants from a relationship. You know what I mean? We want the family. We want someone that loves us, you know, in the past and into the future. You know what I mean? We want someone that, to me, this is like, keeps trying, keeps preserving our life together, who knows that they love me. Not this. Not this. I'm stuck. I don't know how I feel. You know, I have a life I built, but I feel trapped in. Like, this, no. You know what I mean? This, yes, this is what we want. That's why the karmic's leaving him, and that's why Divine Feminine is conflict. Like, I don't want this crap. Like, I deserve better. And these cards are like, God's Spirit's like, damn right, you do deserve better. That's why I'm forcing this situation. I'm forcing it forward. I'm forcing something new to happen here because this is unacceptable. But this is the but. Divine Feminine is not completely over this situation. She's still waiting. This is her waiting. Because she's not entirely convinced that she does not want Divine Masculine. The problem is this. He's not budging right now. He's holding on to his state of being stuck. The karmic is already leaving this picture. You know? This is her. I'm sick of this crap. I'm leaving. I'm taking steps to do that. I have a whole new, completely way of thinking. This is, to me, like, she's taking action to support her new way of thinking, this new life she's building. Like, and this card is like, she's not even thinking about her old life. She's moved on. So, I feel like the focus, like, what is the advice here for Divine Masculine and Divine Feminine? Because the karmic in this picture is not even, like, she's checked out, she's gone, she's moved on, she's got something new on the go. She just wants money from Divine Masculine to pay for whatever it is, alimony, child support, you know, divorce proceedings. She just wants, you know, what she wants, to leave the relationship, and she's out. But Divine Feminine, is stuck because she still wants a life with divine masculine, but he is stuck too, cannot decide what he wants. I feel like he's still even holding on to his life with the karmic even though she's gone. So advice card for divine masculine. The tribe. Advice card for divine feminine. I'm not even going to bother pulling one for the karmic because she's happy in her life. She doesn't need an advice card. Serendipity. Pull another one. So that makes me think those two cards, the tribe and thinker for divine masculine, makes me think like divine masculine really needs to sit back and think about his situation that he's in. Like really analyze what has happened and why it's happened and what he's going to do moving forward in order that, you know, if there are children involved, that they're well taken care of. And also the people around him that he's hurt, which includes divine feminine. I feel like he really needs to think about what he wants. And so that's To Be Fair came out for divine feminine. I feel like divine feminine needs also to think about what she wants and what is appropriate for the situation. It's like she needs to be asking herself the questions like divine masculine is stuck. Like there is some serious work that needs to happen in his life. And she needs to ask the question, is that what she wants for her life? To wait for him? How long is she going to wait for him? Is she going to wait forever? Those are questions that she has to ask herself. Is he the only one for her? I feel like a person in this reading, like divine masculine, a person that refuses to change their ways, this is the advice of the divine. When someone is stuck and refuses to change, will not make up their mind, eventually the situation gets forced forward, and this is what happens. And I feel like in this situation, this is what has happened. But divine feminine, I feel like, is resisting and feels like there's a possibility that it could still work out. And I feel like the divine is saying, is this the right thing to do? Is this what is really going to make you happy? To wait for someone who doesn't want to change, doesn't want to make a decision. The God Spirit is saying, I have provided you with a new opportunity, that it is there if you take it, if you want it. You know what I mean? I will give you your new life. Let's pull a card and just see. Will Divine Masculine ever change? Will Divine Masculine in this reading ever change? I feel like this card is like Divine Feminine, be reasonable. It's like, think about if this was your best friend or your mother or your sister or your aunt telling you, what would the advice be? What would your advice to her be? Stick around and waste away your whole entire life waiting for someone to change, or move on? Because God's Spirit is saying, I have a new beginning for you. This is something I feel like is occurring actually in my own life. It's like the person that I thought was the person for me, I feel like we came to a crossroads moment where it was like, he, I should say, was presented with a moment where it was like, you choose me or you choose someone else. And he chose someone else. And I feel like at that moment, it was over. And God said to me, I have something better. It was also like, I also feel like at that moment too, it was like God was showing me that this person was never the person. I just thought they were the person. And it was like God had to show me without a shadow of a doubt that it was not that person. But that's just my situation. But I mean, I feel like this is the same thing that's happening here. It's like this person is not going to change. It's like, I'm showing you he's not going to change, so you take it from here. The karmic, I feel like in this situation, has got the right idea, has moved on, but this Divine Feminine is hanging on to this person that is refusing to change. So I'm going to ask the question, will the Divine Masculine who in this reading ever change? Or, yeah, ever change and make up his mind? Building blocks. Gonna pull another one. Building blocks. Okay, so that's the answer. Will this Divine Masculine ever change? Honestly, this makes me feel like no. I feel like this Divine Masculine is going to make progress. but then he's gonna go right back to doing the same things over and over and over and over and over. Make progress, go back to the same thing over and over and over and over. So I feel like the feminine, divine feminine in this situation is being encouraged to move on, because divine masculine in this reading is not going to change. He's just going to keep on repeating the same cycles. So I feel like these two people it's all about free will. We all have choices to make, decisions. This masculine in this reading has made the decision that he's going to stay stuck. The feminine in this situation, sorry about that, I got cut off. So like I was saying, the divine masculine refusing to change because his free will. The divine feminine in this situation has the opportunity to say, I've had enough, knowing that God has something prepared for her. So it's time for her to exercise her free will and decide what she wants to do. Stay stuck with divine masculine, or accept what God has in store for her, waiting for her. So I guess that's the end of the reading. There wasn't really that much about COVID, encouragement about COVID, but I guess it's what people are going through in addition to dealing with COVID. So I feel like divine feminine, you have a choice to make: stay stuck or move on. Exercise your free will. I love you guys so much. Stay safe. Keep taking care of yourselves. We will get through all this drama, and I'll see ya next time. Love you guys. Bye.